PYX 106.
It's 1-800-LAW-1010, 1-800-LAW-1010.com. You get hit by one of them semi-trucks. I saw the commercial. You hit by one of them semi-trucks, you guys are going to kick some ass for us, right?
We are. Yes,
we are. Attaboy.
Hey, speaking of kicking ass, Paul Quinn is too humble. One of the rare instances where he's actually too humble to tell you. He just ran the Army 10-miler in D.C. The man who whipped himself into shape in like 5 months just finished a 10-mile race.
Can you believe it?
Amazing, right?
Wow, that's impressive. I've never even gotten close. That's great stuff.
Wow. You do 5Ks. You do a little 5K here and there, Paul?
And occasionally will finish walking, yeah. So that's good stuff.
But you're one of those guys. You're in shape. You look like you're in shape already. So, you know.
I think it's more of an illusion, yeah. I don't do a lot of I do biking, but running's like a whole different thing. I mean, if you don't run,
it's called painful.
Running's hard.
It's almost anti-productive to me.
It is.
I'm so sore when it's over.
I literally am I'm like Walking Dead when I'm afterwards, like limping walking in circles because one leg's worse than the other. It's a mess. But
congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
appreciate that.
Good stuff. Well,
don't congratulate me on my FanDuel or my DraftKings winnings because I gave them about $150 of my money and haven't won anything yet.
We've got this what is this? An investigation by New York State Attorney General's office, and now you're starting to see other states do it between FanDuel and DraftKings for, I guess, employees using inside information. Where does it stand, Paul?
Yeah, first of all, I had to dig into this a little bit because, I've been doing the same as everyone else, watching football on Sunday, watching these things pop up and sort of half ignoring it, half paying attention. And see, in 2006, the federal government exempted fantasy sport organizations. They knew it was happening everywhere. All these friends were getting together, families, groups, and they were doing it amongst themselves. And so they just made a federal law. But the states can control their own law. And, of course, now it's gone to a level that no one could have expected. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, literally, overnight. So the scandal is this. You've got employees of FanDuel who are playing on DraftKings and DraftKings playing on FanDuel, and they're winning. They're winning higher than the average person who's playing the game.
Because they can see all the details, that all the players that everybody's picking. And,
yeah. I mean, that's the allegation. But, they're fighting this saying, look, they didn't know anything else. They just didn't know. Like, they just kind of watched things. They lived, they just lived the life, and now they're at an advantage to bet. And they bet hundreds and hundreds of different team profiles. So, these guys aren't going in with $25 and seeing what happened. Now, it was a $25 bet that won $350,000, but they're pooling their money together. So we'll see where it's going to go, though. I mean, this gives Congress and this gives the states an opportunity to really dive in and see what's happening. The question is, it's always the question, is it a skill game, or is it gambling?
So that's the one kind of thing these sites are hanging their hat on is technically it's a skill game.
So
sure.
So if you're an armchair quarterback, or if you follow, frankly, if you read about sports, does that then qualify you for being skilled in sports?
Who don't care who's qualified?
Right.
Here's what I find interesting, Paul. I've been waiting for this to happen. One of the angles is that these sites already have their foot in the door for when these states go ahead and legalize gambling. Like they almost already have the gambling monopoly. As soon as it becomes legal in any state, they've already got the website set up. They've already got the customers. They've already got the advertising. Will we see state by state legalized gambling anytime soon?
Well, got to remember, it'll be tracked and taxed, and the state will get their piece of it. So, the mainline gambling, the Nevadas, Jerseys of the world that have their casinos, they're, of course, very much opposed to this, and they're kind of feeling like maybe they missed the boat. State like Louisiana saying, hey, if you live in Louisiana, you can't play these games or it's a misdemeanor. Now, they haven't prosecuted anyone, but they're not accepting bets from residents of Louisiana. So it is such a mess right now, but I think when it does work itself out, I think you're absolutely right. I think that there will be, again, assuming it moves forward, there's a lot of momentum to indicate that it would, they're going to be ready for taking bets far beyond this fantasy football league.
If Trump becomes president, you can be 100% sure that'll come through, right?
It's a lock. Yeah, you're right.
There's another conflict of interest, and I'll have to look into it before we actually discuss it, but I heard Robert Kraft is an investor in one of these three big ones.
I'm sure there's all kinds of
Okay, but
lines
you own
crossed.
a football team,
Yeah.
and this is quote unquote a game of skill that's borderline gambling. Like that seems odd.
That
to
sounds
me
like good business to me, eh, Paul?
Well,
sounds like
it sounds
smart
like a
man
smart
right
move
there.
on Kraft's part. Yeah, he continues to win on every level, doesn't he?
Right.
So
Yeah.
But you look at the NFL Sunday. I mean, that was the major sponsor right underneath, all that halftime show.
They're spending $20 million a weekend easy, Paul.
Yeah,
Easy.
Yeah.
Millions and millions and millions of dollars they're making, though. I don't know what kind of money these companies. I think probably
It's a $2 billion a year industry, is what I heard.
and it's boom, and it's off and running, and they're making so much money. And I love their excuse. Hey, listen, stuff's gonna happen. We're working these things out as they come at us. Is that a good enough excuse, Paul?
I like the sound of it, because it doesn't say anything, right?
Right,
It kind of
right.
keeps you moving.
Yeah.
But they've employed all kinds of attorneys and former federal prosecutors, and so they're building their arsenal of support. So when they go to attack a group like this, they're well funded, and they're going to absolutely have a defense to all these things. And again, they're going to hide behind, or just I should say hide behind, but they're operating under the premise that in 2006 fantasy football was allowed federally. And now they're just knocking it off state by state.
All right, it's Paul Harding from Martin Harding and Mazzotti, 1-800-LAW-1010 and 1-800-LAW-1010.com. One last thing from me. If you haven't seen it, the A&E 3-hour special on O.J. Simpson's civil trial, that attorney's amazing. He wasn't even a civil lawyer. He was like a contract lawyer. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen the special, of course. It's kind of legendary from its inception, throughout the whole, I think all lawyers have seen lots of it. But
Right.
Sure, yeah, you watch that, and you watch the way that he took something and turned it into something else. It was magic.
Yeah. It really was. Yeah,
Paul, I'll be texting you tonight with my popcorn. Get your big bowl of popcorn for the hashtag Dem debate. I know you're excited about that.
It's on my schedule for sure.
Yeah. 1-800-LAW-1010, 1-800-LAW-1010.com. Paul Harding from Martin Harding and Mazzotti. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Quinn and Cantera, mornings on PYX 106.